So, the first of our two lesson series is going to be short game. And I think when I was going back on lessons, past lessons, on what I'd like to work on today, I thought about some course management, some other type of shots, and then I got to thinking of when I go out and play with other people, what I see on the course that would greatly help them reduce their score. And a lot of it has to do with where we are around the greens and the shots that we choose to make from, let's say, right about 5 feet from the green to, a pin 20 yards away. And what I'm starting to see from people from, five handicaps all the way up to 25, everybody pulls their most lofted left. And, you know, a pros, that's great. They can make that shot all day long. Other people, not so much. So I just wanted to go over today, Mr. Trusty 7-iron. This is kind of like what I'm instilling in my students going forward is when you're around the greens like this, let this be your initial club that you pick. Like you have to talk yourself out of hitting a 7-iron. All right, I kind of want it to be your default because unless we have, you know, some kind of obstruction between us and the green, and we've got plenty of green to work with to the pin, it just makes the most sense. Because if you try and hit a lofted club, you have to do one of three things. Carry it all the way there with a lot of spin so the ball stops. You can de-loft the club with a bunch of shaft lean, but then you're exposing the leading edge. The club can dig and the ball can go 2 feet, and then everything in between. So I think that, with a 7-iron, your worst shot with a 7-iron is going to be a lot better than your worst shot with a wedge. I know they say the same thing about putters, but I think so today I'm just going to, demonstrate kind of what I'm talking about, as well as work with each one of you individually. I set up kind of like 4 or 5 stations right here. You each have a wedge and a 7-iron, right? So, I want you to kind of start off with the wedge, play the shot you normally would play to, either that second or third pin. And then I want like an honest assessment after you hit with your 7-iron and the dispersion or, how close your ball goes to your target will be better with the 7-iron. So that's kind of the purpose of the first short game lesson. So I'll kind of demonstrate what I'm trying to talk about first with the wedge.